Good afternoon and welcome to Wholesome Roots, where we are on a hunt.
Ooh, mic on it.
We are looking for mushrooms. Specifically, we are looking for chanterelle mushrooms. We are at a friend's property where just last year we found such an abundance of chanterelle mushrooms that we are hoping to basically repeat that, if not come out better. But if we don't find any chanterelles, we already know there are going to be plenty of mushrooms out here. So come take a walk with us and let's see what we can find. Not chanterelle.
There's three.
They're milky. That's I don't know, but there's more right there. That puts it into a family. Those yellow ones up there, I don't know what they are. There's more of these white ones.
I think I found one. Oh, what is the smell? Oh, what's this from?
There's a ton of those white ones. They're coming up all up. Ooh, look at this one that's just like it, but it's brown. And then the bright yellow version of it too. That's like the same exact mushroom.
Very interesting.
I think they'll have.
That is what I'm talking about. So now you can do a Forage Friday video.
Mama, I want to.
Rowan, what'd you say?
We're looking at some mushrooms.
What did you find?
Chanterelle mushrooms.
You found chanterelles?
There's loads of them.
You are a very good young mushroom hunter. I can't believe that you're able to identify mushrooms so well. How did you learn this? Watch your step. Remember, proper harvesting technique on chanterelle. You want to pinch them off so that their roots will stay in the ground. Well, not roots, they have mycelium. But look at all these mushrooms, folks. We've got an entire section to harvest from.
All right, if you look closely, you will see that we did not take every single last mushroom. We left the younger ones behind. We could come back and get them next week if we choose, but it's always a good idea to leave some so they can spread their spores to help procreate, so there'll be even more mushrooms in times to come.
We still got an entire grocery bag. One note, don't ever go mushroom hunting with a grocery bag. You're supposed to use an onion bag that has holes in it that allows the spores to fall as you walk. I forgot to bring mine, and this was all I had. Or a basket. Usually, I like baskets. They have holes in them too.
I think I found rosemary.
Oh, that does look kind of like rosemary, but it's actually club moss. So anyway, we still got all of these, and we just barely picked the biggest ones that we could find in the best condition. There's a horse approaching with a rider. You wanted to go the whole circle?
So here are some chanterelles that are a little bit paler in color. They're more yellowy than orange. and that's probably because they're a little bit older. See the difference in the two. They still look edible and they look in good condition, so we're gonna harvest them anyway. There's another cluster.
This is a good example of one that's been too eaten by bugs. The stem is completely eaten away. You can see the tunneling on the gills. So this one is bug food. No longer prime edible, which is good. Goes back into the ground and feeds the rest of the microbiome.
Rose and the boys went back to the ranch. They were going to do a little swimming, and I will join them shortly. But I just wanted to take a couple minutes to do a little scouting on the areas that we found so many more last year. So you guys look around and you'll see what kind of environment that we're in, where these chanterelle mushrooms are just so abundant and they're thriving out here. We have nice filtered sunlight that comes through these trees. You see the spotty areas of sunshine and shade. Got a combination of pine and hardwood and other softwood trees, so we have a good combination of trees out here. And I'm just gonna do a quick little walk through and see if we find some more chanterelle mushrooms. Ah yes, my suspicions were correct. This was a spot last year that we found many chanterelle mushrooms. These are some good ones over here, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit them all in this bag. I might have to go back for another bag. My little scouting mission resulted, spiderweb, resulted in a full bag. I am at maximum capacity. I'm gonna need another way to harvest if I want to take any more home today. I'm gonna get out of the woods now, take a quick break, and maybe we'll come back out in a bit. This has been fun so far, guys. We've had a good break out of the woods from our first foraging excursion looking for chanterelles, and found a whole bunch. Now we're in a different section of the woods where there's also the chanterelle that we found earlier, but this last year is where we found the cinnabar chanterelles as well. So hopefully we'll see those again, and I can already tell that we didn't bring enough bags. So we see some right as we come in, and if you look way down at the bottom of that hill, holy moly, see all that orange, you guys? There are a ton of mushrooms down there, and I'm willing to bet that they are in a good condition to harvest. More chanterelle. These look like they've aged a little bit more than the ones we were finding earlier.
Yeah, I can tell they got some bug holes on the surface of the cap. So I'm not even going to bother picking it because it can release its spores for the next good rain that we get.
And again, you guys, you see, we're at the bottom of a hill. That's what they like, it seems.
They are. These are so tiny and so cool because we rarely find them. These are cinnabar chanterelles. So these start out as just the tiniest fleck of red coming out of the earth. Just barely even can see them. Just itty bitty. And they do not get much bigger than this. This is about as big as I've seen them. Maybe slightly bigger. But look at this. Can you see this, Ryan? You see just the tinge, it looks like paint splatter. That's how they start. So you leave that leaf litter on there. A lot of times mushroom hunters will come and pull away the leaf litter because they want it to grow better. It's actually best to leave the leaf litter on and keep that moist and happy.
Compared to the chanterelles we're finding earlier, these cinnabars are so tiny.
So what are these called, Ryan? The cinnabar that looks more of a chanterelle color. I think we tried to find out last year and we found out that it was like its own subspecies. Like, we don't even... I'm going to reach out to some of my mushroom experts and try to get a little more clarification, because the only answer that I got last year was that it was either a subspecies or that it was just a small chanterelle. Well, that's not the case. These are not just the small version of the bigger chanterelle, but the cinnabar chanterelle is definitely related more closely to whatever this darker orange one is. So I'm just going to pick a few of the largest caps that have probably already spored out. And these are so rare for us. I mean, other people find them more frequently, but because we don't have a lot of them around us, I would really like to candy these. So, because we only have a handful of them to work with, I think candied would be the fun way to go.
I think it's so much fun foraging for mushrooms, and especially when you find something like these cinnabars that you would completely overlook. You wouldn't notice these. Usually you would just not even give a care to them because they're so tiny and so small, but once you do see them and you have the eye for them, they're everywhere. I know this image that I've had on the screen for you, and I'm talking right now, I see orange all over within this. If you look close enough, I bet you will too.
Wow. That's a bunch.
Wow, indeed. Look at that.
Wow. That's a bunch. Look at that.
It's so funny. They stand right out when you're looking for them.
These are a little bit further along. A lot of these have already had some insect damage and started to decay.
Look at that, more of those orange ones right next to the redder ones.
Neat?
Yeah. For comparison, these two are like identical in size. There. Sorry about the focusing, you guys. But those two, that one and that one, they're different, similar in size. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
I did too. I love foraging for mushrooms with you.
I love foraging for mushrooms with you too.
I love foraging anything with this woman. Anyway.
You're so sweet. Foraging is fun, period. I don't think that gets you out into nature, gets you hiking through the woods. It's just good all around. It's exercise, it's healthy, fresh air, communing with nature, feeling the spirit of everything.
And you get a workout.
Yeah.
very healthy activity.
Definitely.
All right, well, I think we're a little winded now after that successful foraging excursion that we've had. We've got quite a bit of chanterelle mushrooms of different types.
Now what are we gonna cook with it? Just about anything and everything for the next week.
Lots of options there.
Absolutely.
All right, well, are we gonna do the drill thing? Yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching.
You know the drill.
And we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.
Peace out.